The ship was still drifting, its lights still on, food untouched inside the galley, but the crew had vanished. There was no distress call and no sign of violence, just an empty ship alone in the ocean. And what investigators found on board only made the mystery worse. In October 1955, a small trading vessel prepared to leave the island of Samoa. Its destination was Tokelau, a journey across the South Pacific Ocean, routine and familiar. The vessel was called the MV Joyita, a wooden motor ship carrying cargo and medical supplies. There were 9 passengers, 16 crew members, and the ship's experienced captain. The weather wasn't considered dangerous, the route was known, and before departure, there was no sign that anything was wrong. But the ship never arrived. At first, people assumed there had simply been a delay, perhaps bad weather or even engine trouble. But as hours turned into days, concern began to grow. Radio operators attempted contact. Nothing. Search aircraft scanned the ocean. Still nothing. It was as though the vessel had simply disappeared into the Pacific. Five weeks later, an aircraft flying over the ocean spotted something below, a ship drifting alone. It was the Joyita. The vessel was partially flooded and damaged, listing heavily to one side, but it hadn't sunk. In fact, the Joyita was strangely difficult to sink. Its wooden construction and buoyant cargo helped keep it afloat, even while taking on water. And that's where the real mystery began. When investigators boarded the vessel, they expected to find survivors, or at least an explanation. But the ship was empty. No crew, no passengers, no bodies. Clothing still hung inside the cabins. Food remained on board, and dishes sat untouched. The ship's radio was damaged, but strangely, it appeared capable of limited transmission. One lifeboat was missing, medical supplies had vanished, and blood-stained bandages were reportedly discovered on board. But there was no clear sign of what had happened. As investigators searched the vessel, more unsettling details emerged. One of the clocks on board had stopped. Several communication frequencies were incorrectly set, and parts of the ship appeared to have been hastily abandoned. A trail of wires ran across the deck. Equipment had been moved and documents were missing. The captain's logbook was never recovered. And despite extensive searches of the surrounding ocean, none of the missing people were ever found. Over the years, many theories have attempted to explain what happened aboard the Joyita. Some believed the crew panicked after mechanical problems caused the ship to take on water. Others suspected piracy, smuggling, or even violence on board. There were even rumours that the vessel had encountered something far stranger in the open ocean. But none of the theories fully explained the evidence, and none explained why an unsinkable ship was abandoned so suddenly. To this day, the disappearance of those on board the MV Joyita remains unsolved. The vessel was recovered, the evidence was examined, the theories were debated, but the people aboard were never seen again. And somewhere in the silence of the Pacific Ocean, the truth may still remain. Alone, drifting, waiting to be discovered. Let us know your theories in the comments below, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious.